The increase in environmental awareness experienced by the general public, public institutions and corporations has determined the need to correct some of the mistakes made in the past. Uncontrolled discharges, soil contamination and sludge accumulation today represent important environmental problems, and their solutions require expert hands and the very latest technology. Sereco is a company that specializes in environmental services with experience dating back to 1997. Its position as a market leader has resulted in it being chosen to provide solutions to some of the country's most important disasters and most ambitious projects. Sereco offers the solutions best adapted to the problems posed, either carrying out small-scale interventions or designing, constructing and managing large treatment plants. Such as this one in the Catalan town of Flix. Here, the objective of the decontamination project, carried out by the state-owned company Aquamed, ascribed to the Ministry for the Environment, is the extraction, treatment and elimination of over 1 million tonnes of sludge that threaten the river Ebro and affect a population of 800,000 in the province of Tarragona. It is the result of over a century of discharge from a chemical plant with a large variety of contaminating agents such as mercury, organochlorine compounds, solvents, pesticides and radionuclides. The health and safety of people, water and ecosystems are the priorities of this project, pioneering in both its scale and its combination of the most advanced techniques. The joint venture integrated by FCC and FCC Ambito, the main contractor, awarded Sereco the installation and management of the plant in order to carry out a complete process of ex situ sludge treatment. Once the area where the decontamination work is to be carried out has been defined, covering approximately 20 hectares, the accumulated sludge is dredged from the bottom. A pipeline system enables the conduction of the pump flow towards the plant entrance, which has been designed and calibrated by Sereco, together with other leading companies in the production of classification and dewatering machinery. The dredged materials enter the plant through the reception hopper, which admits a flow of approximately 1,100 cubic meters an hour, with a sludge concentration of nearly 11%. From here it is distributed to 3 identical treatment lines. Classification according to particle size begins in the horizontal screens, separating rocks and gravel from sand and sludge. It is carried out by means of 25 and 5 mm floors respectively. Thus, hosed down employing duckbill nozzles, materials with a thickness of more than 5 mm are separated from the rest of the flow and sent by a conveyor belt to the stockpile of clean material at a rate of 200 tonnes an hour. Meanwhile, the sand, sludge and water proceed to the next section of the treatment plant. The compact washing units or grit chambers are in charge of the next stage of classification, separating the sand from the sludge and water by hydrocycloning the mixture. The sand is ejected through the lower nozzles of the hydrocyclones to a draining mesh, obtaining a particle size cut with less than 2% of material smaller than 80 microns and a humidity of less than 20%, thus guaranteeing its cleansing and decontamination. The decontaminated sands are transported by conveyor belts to the stockpile of clean material and afterwards to the Class 2 controlled landfill. The sludge and water are ejected by the overflow of the cyclones and proceed to the dehydration area as they accumulate the highest concentration of contaminating agents. This mixture is subjected to a flocculation process by adding a polyelectrolyte, a chemical reactant prepared in the plant that is added automatically through continuous floc control readings. The flocculating agent brings about the agglutination of colloidal particles, facilitating their decantation through weight increase and their precipitation to the bottom of the thickener, separating from the water. In the upper part of these thickeners, which measure 22 meters in diameter and have a capacity of 5,000 cubic meters, the clarified water is sent by force of gravity through a pipe to the regulation tank. The water necessary for the functioning of the plant is recirculated through various pumps. Excess water is sent to a treatment plant, meaning that the consumption of mains water in the process is zero. Meanwhile, at the thickeners, the concentrated sludge is diverted via their lower area to the buffer tanks, where it will be stored. An automatic whitewash preparation plant adds the hydroxide necessary for coagulation and to achieve the maximum possible dryness in filtration. Mud dehydration takes place in 9 filter presses. With 160 filtering plates each, they have a treatment capacity of 250 tons of cake an hour, with a dryness of up to 80%. The water resulting from filtration returns to the thickeners and is later sent to the treatment plant. The dehydrated cakes with a high contaminant content are stored for analysis and to determine the most appropriate decontamination technique: stabilization, thermal desorption or chemical oxidation. Afterwards they will be sent to the landfill, together with the non-contaminated cakes. All this takes place under the uninterrupted supervision of a team of over 25 people, with the assistance of an on-site laboratory and using the latest technology. From this control room, all processes and parameters are monitored, as well as the correct functioning of the whole installation, using control panels and electrical switchboards receiving instructions from a PLC, which enable production values in excess of 2,000 tons of dry material per day. We can carry out this environmental management and surveillance of natural surroundings in any country with similar needs. We offer tailor-made solutions. We are market leaders in cleansing, sludge extraction and mud dehydration. Our knowledge and expertise enable us to respond quickly to any eventuality. We carry out all necessary investments, providing the ideal service. Put the solution to your problems in our hands.